Here you actually have finally a picture of the toilet I was talking about earlier. This is a separation toilet. So that separator allows you to separate the solids with one swing. So that's a separator. It's called an aquatron. It's based on the vortex. The vortex is one of the core systems in nature. And this allows us to eliminate the septic tank. The school that I showed in Sweden with the chimneys, also that's from that same school. Okay? Now what happens if you do not have bacteria accumulated in water in a septic tank? You know, it's very interesting. Urine is virus-free, unless you have a urinary infection, but that's most of the time bacterial and not viral. When you have a viral infection, it only reproduces in your feces, in your intestines. So the reason why our body has solids going that way and liquids going that way is because it wants to separate the viruses and the bacteria from the rest. That's the only reason. It's a good reason. Now, well, the first thing we do is mix it in water so the viruses can grow again. Viruses die in a dry environment. Bacteria die in a dry environment, not in a cold environment. That's why when we freeze, unfreeze and refreeze, we get sick. But viruses die when it's dry and warm. And so the container you see there to the side is a container that receives the residue, solid residue, after having gone through this aquatron. And there it's warm and dry. And as a result, on the spot, we're eliminating viruses and bacteria. And that is now what we understand better, is one of the reasons why we have this good health effect in the schools. Because there's no septic tank. And I want to know a school that never had a problem with the septic tank. Every school, in some time in history, has had a major problem with the septic tank. We need to realize that when you're sick and you start producing viruses because of your illness, you produce 100 million viruses per day. 100 million per day. And the only way that we treat it is by killing them with antibiotics in the body, and when they have left the body, chemicals. We know we cannot, with 100 million statistically, you cannot guarantee killing them all. You only need one to infect someone else. And that's the challenge on hygiene that we have.